I'm going to say it. Evercold's trailer is incredible. I didn't get to stop and analyze it last time, so I hope you don't mind joining me on a deep dive over all the details I caught with the expanded trailer. I really appreciate that they made the old woman's tail actually move more. It just helps to draw the eye and help you catch it this time. It was a detail I definitely missed before, but going back to the original trailer, it was in there. It was just very static and still. So going from, hey, this is just an old woman to, hey, this is an old Makode instead. Doesn't really change too much, but the tail looks similar to someone else's. This lifelike storybook just being made out of yarn. It's a really fun idea, especially for the overall aesthetic that they're going for with a more Norse-like world. It really just helps sell it for Final Fantasy also just being this very high fantasy setting. Even with these giants and just their design, it really helps to give us a scale and just how big these things are. The big question here is this a teaser for the next job? Very likely. I don't think this specific Makote is the new job. Just kind of watching the trailer, watching the body language, it comes across as more curiosity. They don't know what they're holding. They don't know what it does. The bird definitely just wants it back, or at least wants something from the Makode here. So my guess is that this character is more just a apprentice, if you will. And we'll see the person who is the actual new job with the full trailer when that comes out. But if anything here, we get their first voice line being stop. And that does activate the object and cause the bird to fly away. I also want to discuss something else here regarding this part of the trailer. The sigil people keep pointing out as like, oh, this is the new Jobstone icon. I don't think it is. If you pay more close attention, the sigil comes from the object that Makode is holding. It forms as little bubbles, and it happens specifically the moment she says stop. It's not coming from her. If it was coming from her, we could argue this is Jobstone related, but it's coming from the command rod, or whatever you want to call this item. So if anything, it's the sigil for the bird to understand the command stop, or whatever that equivalent command is that causes it to then fly away. Now these airships look awesome, especially since they are supposed to be so grand to be new zones for us to explore. I really like just the attention to detail about having the ice kind of form at the bottom of the ship and be crackling off, and the just constant storm that's happening underneath as it's maneuvering through the clouds. And what a badass first look at the new Bastion job. And perhaps a familiar or a revamped ally? With them zooming in on the lion metal and just the hair being kind of similar to Hori Boulder, it's really hard to not think that this just might be Hori. It's gonna be one of two things, right? Either this is just a reflection, and this is just their version of our ally, or this is a aged up version. It's not fully out of the box to think that this could be an aged up character, just because we don't know how much time passes in the fourth, and it would be a way to really update the model, especially if they want the character to have a more ongoing presence going forward. I mean, they did give him some voice lines forever ago. He's gotta be important at some point. Story implications aside, who doesn't want to just be a walking broadside of cannon fire? out of all of the ways to show that the Warrior of Light is back into the spotlight, they just had to give us a badass Reaper transformation. And honestly, there's a lot of great moments to pause on and just to really appreciate this entire transformation sequence. Just absolutely in awe with the work that they have done here. Huh, really fucking big. Honestly, this entire trailer is just fantastic. I don't know about y'all, but not only can the next FanFest not be here soon enough, January needs to come around and start knocking on my door.